Asia is the world's most important economic region and the primary driver of global growth. The rapid growth of the region is really driving digital disruption, innovation, and Industry 4.0. This requires a whole new skill set, and that's where smart and sharp skills come in.
So I've always been a very creative person, but what ASB has taught me is that data drives strategy.
Adaptability and agility. Our ASB students, graduates, especially those who have been what I call forged in the fire of action learning, they can deliver that.
80% of our first 2 classes have been promoted once, and 25% have been promoted twice.
I'm literally obsessed about strategy, and at ASB, I learned how to apply strategy in different environments.
47% of our students work outside of Asia across 34 different countries.
Our graduates are everywhere. I can't even keep up with them anymore.
Students spend approximately 1/3 of their time honing their smart and sharp skills in action learning projects in companies solving real problems.
Man, these guys are great. Much better than we were when we were in school.
I know, right? I wouldn't want to compete with them, huh?
But you want to hire them, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about it?
This is super amazing, guys. You guys should come.
Hey, steady, steady. Woo!
This is really amazing. It's so beautiful. I feel like my dreams are coming true.
What a day!
The money shot! Hey,
You are up, you can go planet snap. We're lucky.
This is cool.
Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. I am Benjamin Nasir,
And I am Hadija Mohammed.
and we will be your co-MCs for the day. We are live from the Khazana Auditorium at the Asia School of Business. Thank you to all guests currently in the viewing room in the academic building. Thank you to all guests tuning in with us online today. We will begin shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the procession. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our student procession. gentlemen, please welcome our academic procession. Welcome our Board of Governors and our Board of Directors. Co-chairs to the stage. Please be seated. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. I am Benjamin Nasir.
And I am Hadija Muhammad.
And we will be your co-MCs for the day. Tan Sri, Datuk Sri, Datuk, His Excellencies, Professors, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the Asia School of Business 2022 Convocation. We are live in hybrid mode with audiences tuning in via Zoom as well. Welcome everyone and thank you for being with us today. Before the ceremony begins, we would like to share with you some house rules. Mobile phones and electronic devices are to be switched off or set to silent mode when the ceremony is in progress. Smoking is not allowed in the building. Professional photographers have been engaged. We ask our guests to refrain from flash photography. We thank you for your cooperation. Next, we would like to draw your attention to a short safety briefing by the ASB management.
Welcome to Asia School of Business. We're excited to welcome you to our beautiful campus, and we want to make sure that you not only have a great time here, but stay safe as well. To keep yourself and each of us safe from COVID, here are a few important reminders to take note of both in the academic and residential campus buildings. Please remember to keep your mask on at all times in common spaces except when you are eating or drinking. Do practice sanitizing your hands regularly with the hand sanitizers provided at key entrance and exit points throughout the campus. For both the ASB academic block and residential blocks, the following emergency procedures apply. If you hear the emergency alarm once, please stay calm and wait for further instructions. If you hear the emergency alarm twice, please evacuate the building immediately. The emergency exits for the ASB academic building can be found at the ends of buildings near the elevators. Please look out for our fire marshals who will show you to your nearest emergency exit. There are 2 assembly points for the ASB academic building. The north side assembly point is at the ceremonial driveway in front of the main entrance. And the south side is at the start of the covered walkway outside the south entrance. If you're seated in the Khazanah auditorium, the exits can be found at the sides and the back of the auditorium. Please proceed towards the north side assembly point at the ceremonial driveway. In emergencies, please do not use the lift and always use the nearest staircase to move to the first floor and ground levels. We thank you for your cooperation and wish you a wonderful time here on our campus.
Thank you for your attention.
May we welcome all guests to stand up for the national anthem, Negaraku. Thank you. Please be seated. I would like to invite my fellow MC, Ben Nasir, Action Learning Manager, to recite the Dua.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma aftah alayna futuha al-arifin, warzuqna fahman nabiyyin, wa ilhama malaikatil muqarrabin, bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, most merciful. O Allah, please grant us the wisdom of scholars, the understanding of prophets, and the insights of angels. You are the most merciful of those who show mercy. Praise and thanks to Allah, Lord of mankind. We thank you for these graduating students. We pray that you will give them direction and resilience as they enter the next phase of their lives. Give them clarity of mind to move forward into the plans and purposes that you have for them. O Allah, please allow us to continue our mission at the Asia School of Business with utmost sincerity. We have achieved much, yet there is still much more to reach for. We pray for strength, commitment, and integrity to continue our extraordinary and unconventional journey. Ameen.
Ameen. Thank you, Ben.
We now call upon Professor Charles Fine, President and Dean of the Asia School of Business, to give his opening address.
So what day is today? What day is today? Day one, right. It's day one at ASB, yet again. So it's really amazing and wonderful to see our graduates and our alumni, our faculty, our board of governors all here together in our new building for the very first time. Spectacular space, spectacular people, and just an amazing experience to have you all here. So thank you all for coming. So I'm going to share just a couple of thoughts. And the first thought I'm going to borrow from the former professor of the University of Chicago, a guy named Robert Hutchins. He became the dean at Yale Law School when he was 28, and he became the president of the University of Chicago when he was 30. So kind of an overachiever. Anyways, he spent his whole life in education, and he said, education is what's left after you've forgotten all the information that was taught to you. Right? So you had lots of information taught to you, right? You sat through your classes, you learned many, many, many things, and a lot of those things you're going to forget. So what's left off after all that? That's your education, right? So what did you take away that you carry with you in some sense from your education? And I think action learning, the experiential side of what ASB gives you, is a lot of what you take away. I mean, you'll remember all your professors, and you'll remember the theories, the data analysis, the principles, but what will really stick with you is the experiential learning, and that's your education. So hang on to that and reflect on it, that I carry with me an education I got from ASB, and we hope you'll use that education for the good of yourselves, your family, mankind. Okay, first point. Second point, I think, how do you use that education? I think it requires the application of courage and vision. That is, we hope that we've built in you, instilled in you, the courage and vision to be leaders. We say that we look for extraordinary and unconventional people. I think our faculty and staff are extraordinary and unconventional. Our students are extraordinary and unconventional. Our board of governors, extraordinary and unconventional. But that's who you are, but what about what you do? Well, what you do starts with your courage and your vision. Your vision to see what needs to be done, what the opportunities are, and then the courage to do it, even in the face of challenges, of difficulties, of opposition. Sometimes that requires speaking truth to power, right? Here in Malaysia, we often talk about power distance and how power distance permeates some aspects of the culture. And I think you should all feel you're empowered, you have the courage to speak truth to power, to have a vision of what's right, of what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, and then have the courage to execute on that vision. And I think the leaders that we have here with us today, Tan Srizetti obviously had courage and vision to say that a central bank should start a business school. And not only that, but to start a business school that had aspirations to be world class. That was not conventional. That was not conformist. That was courage and vision. And our guest speaker today, who I'll introduce formally in a moment, Kamarul Mohammed, also courage and vision to see the future, to see what the technology of drones could be, and then apply it. And I'll say a few more words about him shortly. So I encourage you to think about, what do I care about, what's my vision, and how do I use my courage to execute on that vision. And I think, so the last point I want to make about that is, I also think you should think about, what does it mean to stretch myself? So at ASB and at MIT Sloan School and MIT more generally, we stretch people, quite frankly. That no matter how much you accomplished before you arrived, you get stretched. And all of you have felt the pressures in some sense of, oh my gosh, they're stretching me too much. How can I handle all this stretching, right? And what's that stretching good for? It's to show you that you can do more than you thought you could do. It's to lead you, to help you along the path of, I can actually do a lot. I have a lot of capability, and some of it is unrealized before you come to school. And what's our job? Our job is to help you realize that. And sometimes that requires stretching you, and sometimes that stretching, as you know, is uncomfortable at the time, but after you've been stretched, then often you say, oh my gosh, I can do more than I thought I could do. And now, take that with you, right? So don't feel like, oh, I'm at my peak of how much I can do, but know that you can stretch further. But now stretch to your vision, right? So in some sense, we pushed you along a path when you were here. We gave you a curriculum. We sent you on projects. We gave you a lot of direction with a lot of freedom, I think, to grow in the directions that you want to. But now you have perhaps more freedom to say, what's my vision? Where do I want to go? And what stretching do I need to get there? So I think you all have that potential. You all have that capability. You all don't need permission, but rather go forth, execute on your vision, stretch, speak truth to power, and use your education. So I have incredible hope and faith in this set of 6 graduating classes here today, which is kind of amazing and will probably be a forever record until the next pandemic in 100 years, right? That we have 6 graduating groups together. But really, really delighted to have you all here, and congratulations to all of you. Thank you. So now the second part of what I want to share is introduction of our commencement speaker. So Kamarul Mohammed is Malaysian, who sent off to boarding school and set off to university in the UK, studied engineering, came back to Malaysia and became just a phenomenal entrepreneur in the Malaysian aerospace high-tech industry. So he founded what is now ranked as the #1 drone solutions company in the world. Started off with just 3 people back in 2014, grew the company to now we're being in 35 different countries, has been recognized by many publications, Entrepreneur of the Year, by Ernst & Young, Entrepreneur of the Year, Global Technology Startup Leader in 2021, SIBA Entrepreneur of the Year in 2020. So many, many awards and recognitions for the incredible work that he's done building this organization. And just last December, when the floods hit parts of Malaysia, he sent out drones, in some sense, to survey the flooded areas where the police couldn't go, where the military couldn't go, to do good for the nation with the technology that he had available. So just service to the country, service to the people. As well as building a world-class company here in Malaysia. So just a fantastic example of the kind of entrepreneurship that we value here at ASB and we want to hear from. So in addition, long list here, right? He's adjunct professor at the University of Putra Malaya and a TEDx speaker, thought leader, presented on AI drones in Industry 4.0, many different places. So a role model for all of us. So I don't want to take away from his time, but rather give him the opportunity to share his vision and his knowledge with us. So please join me in welcoming Kamarul.
Very good morning. I stand here before you in awe. At the very first step, I stepped into the building. It was just such a beautiful place over here. Credit to Tan Sri. And again, it is my deepest honor and pleasure to be standing here today, to be sharing some of my experiences. Good morning and special thanks to ASB Board of Governors co-chairs, Tan Sri, Dr. Zeti, Professor Athanasios Ophanides. I hope I spelled that right. Pronounced that right. ASB President, Dean and CEO Dr. Charlie Fine, representatives of MIT Sloan School of Management, and of course, all of you graduates, congratulations. Graduate class of 2022. Right. Let's hear it louder for class of 2022. All right. Right. Then we have class of 2021. Right. And of course, class of 2020. Wow. The 2020 is the loudest. Special prize for that. And of course, the family and friends that are also listening and looking at this momentous moment as well. Now, as unique as this super graduation is today, this morning, the world too is actually experiencing that strange time. Right? Indeed, the world has changed. We are facing new challenges. We are facing new uncertainties. Just over 1 year ago, I still remember this time last year. I was reading Bloomberg, and he was saying that, okay, let's all look forward to post-pandemic boom. I'm still waiting for it. And the world has changed, really, And if you were to look at it right now, and Bloomberg was saying that, let's wait for 6 trillion post-pandemic boom around the world. But today is different. I mean, we have the Russia-Ukraine conflict. We have a lot of supply chain disruptions around the world as well. Even in my business, we are affected with supply chain. So we need to innovate constantly. So that's actually one of the main things that I wanted to share today as well. Even the pandemic boom counters. You look at, for example, Zoom. You look at Peloton. These are all companies that grew very fast during the pandemic because we shift the way we do things as well, right? And they are also even affected by this strange phenomena that we are experiencing today. All of this add up to how resilient we all need to be as well, right? The market is very volatile. If in the tech industry where I am in right now, NASDAQ is down 28% since December, right? And the seismic shift in the way the market, the capital is looking at this is also changing significantly. If in the past, hyper-growth are rewarded, and nobody really care about profit, especially in the tech industry. I mean, it's the promise of future profit that excites the market, that excites the investors. Now, no longer so, right? Now, no longer so. Now, it's about, again, we need to do this shift yet again, right? Right? So, on top of that, we are also facing more disruption. We are facing that transition to digital. It doesn't quite work so well for Facebook when they change to Meta. But besides that, the change to digital is something that is inevitable. A lot of things is going to happen whether we like it or not. Technological singularity is just at the horizon. And this is something big that will change the economy, that will change the world as we know it even today as well. Right? This is something that we must be prepared for, right? And of course, I talk about the disruptions of Russia and Ukraine, disrupting the supply chain. I have a subsidiary in Moscow. I had to remove it from my website. I had to say that we are no longer working with them. In fact, communicating with our subsidiary became even a problem. Zoom no longer work. I mean, these people are really neutral. I mean, we are just people that are doing greater goods for humanity, doing stuff as well. Even communicating with my office in Moscow is now a problem as well. So we are in this situation where a lot of things are changed. It's very different. We thought of things to be very different to where we are now, but yet a different thing again to be here. But still, I am excited. I'm still bullish. The old adage that with every crisis there's opportunity. I still feel very strongly that we all will rise up, that make a big change to the world as well. I remember my role model, Ayrton Senna. I mean, and he said something. You cannot overtake 15 cars in the sun, on a bright day, but you can on a rainy day. So that's actually what keeps me going. That's what keeps us excited and find ways to go around the challenges that we are facing today. And my entrepreneurial journey is no different as well. It's a continuous loop of innovation, thinking of a way how we can make impact to humanity. I travel quite a bit in my early days. I traveled to Russia again. Not that I'm related to some Russian thing. Yeah, but I do spend quite a bit of time in Russia as well. I drove 2 months in Russia doing some work for a Malaysian company, by the way. And I went to the remotest of area. This is like 8 hours away from civilization. And one thing that came to me is that how people are all the same. You know, everybody wants good stuff for themselves, for their family. Everybody wants to change the world. But society doesn't allow them to do that. You know? And opportunity does not come to them to enable them to do that as well. Right? And that is actually something that came and triggers me. How can we go and provide equality for everyone? I travel in Sudan as well. I travel in the deepest part of Africa, and I see poor people everywhere. And these people are just like you and me. We share the same 99% of our DNA, right? But they do not have that opportunity. I also come from a simple background, and I also saw a lot of inequality as well. And that is actually the thing that drives me to enable the people around me. And that's actually where we can all be successful. It's all about enabling others. It's not about doing things for us. It's about creating that opportunity. It's about creating platform for others to actually thrive. Right? Anyway, at home, my daughter have 2 cats. Pixel and Yuri. I said, is this Yuri Russia? No, this is Yuri Japan. Okay. So they told me that cats have 7 lives. So I told my daughters as well that I also have 7 lives. Indeed, because I have gone through 7 past lives, or rather 7 different careers. I never regretted it because I learned a lot throughout my journey as well. Right? I mean, this is not what I wanted from day one. I tried. I mean, somehow, some people are destined to find what they wanted to do from day one. Not me. I went through 6 previous lives. and then actually there's a message here as well, to just never give up, and to just keep finding your destiny. Right? So I started my career in London as an auditor in the city of London, pinstripe suit with my briefcase and all that as an auditor in London. But I didn't like it, to be honest. I mean, I just couldn't wrap my head. I mean, I did it for 4 years even, right? But I just couldn't wrap my head to learn taxation. Something that changed every year. So why am I learning something that changed every single year? So I didn't like it. So I came back and I started to do something else, right? And I went to technology. So that was exciting, you know. And then I started to learn about technology. I mean, how technology can change the world. Even if you look at technology, if you look at the history of Industrial Revolution 1, 2, and 3, it's all about creating new stuff, about how this technology creates new economy and new jobs and all that. Today, a lot of people are scared about Industrial Revolution 4, even Industrial Revolution 5. 5 is scary in a sense, but again, all the previous jobs, or all the previous Industrial Revolution lead to new jobs. Of course, old job will disappear. I mean, we used to have, world championship for fastest typist in the world, right? That was industrial. When computers came in, you no longer have that, right? So it is very, very important for us to be able to adapt to changing times. And I think that's actually the main message that I wanted to give here. I was also in the media industry. You know, when after I joined the technology industry, I became the country manager of this region, Malaysia and Brunei. Then politics came into place the moment I became the country manager, and I hated it, and I quit yet again. So that life's number 2. So what do I learn with life number 2? I learned about how science and technology create wealth. I forgot just now. The lesson that I learned from my life number 1 as an auditor is that it gives me the financial literacy. And that's actually become very, very important in my past life, despite hating taxation. Right? Now, then I went into engineering. I built roads as well. I mean, in my other companies that I had, you know, we built roads, we built bridges, we built pipelines as well. And in early 2004, I invented YouTube. Not YouTube as you knew it, but YouTube before YouTube even existed. So I created something in Malaysia, very, very similar to YouTube 2 years before YouTube. Right? The idea was the same thing. It's about creating new stuff that is not available yet. But lesson learned here is that, especially in technology, it's all about right place, right time. I was too early. I was 2 years too early. Because I was at the wrong place. If I were in Silicon Valley, it may have picked up. But I was too early. And at that time, nobody understood TV on the internet. And no advertisers were willing to even invest because the ecosystem here would not even invest in that kind of thing. So whatever venture that we wanted to do, lesson number 3, right place and right time is also very, very important, right? Then I went to consulting. I mean, I did not end some of these ventures. In fact, all of these ventures that I just talked to you about became a subsidiary of my current entity as well, right? So I became a consultant, a business consultant. I do strategic design for a lot of my Fortune 500 companies kind of thing. And I helped some of them grow and become very large organizations. That got me thinking as well, why am I doing this for others? I should be doing this to myself. And that leads me to where I am today at Aerodyne. So I use all the lessons that I've gotten from my previous lives, previous cat's life, to deliver what I am delivering today, right? So 7 years ago, we went into DT3, that's drone tech, data tech, and digital transformation. So we combine all of these and provide solutions for our customers to run their businesses better as well. In some cases, they save anything between 30% to even 200% as well in terms of time savings and all that. So how do we get here? It's through sheer grit and determination. I mean, people always talk, it's not about whether you will fall, it's always about, how fast you can rebound, and that's never been true. In fact, in our journey itself, in our journey over the past 7 years, we went through seven challenges, a couple of them major challenges. If we were not able to solve them, it would have been the end of us. So it's actually through grit and determination. It's about creative thinking, how to solve them. We went through countless days working around the clock to solve all of these problems, but we prevailed, right? So that is actually another thing that I would like to share with all of you here today as well this morning. Be firm, have a clear vision, because if you do not have that clear vision of where you're heading, you will give up. Because running running a company, being an entrepreneur can be a very gut-wrenching, humiliating. Some people may even disrespect you in the beginning. You have to go through this. But if you have clear vision, you know what you are doing is for the greater good of mankind. You'll be able to impact lives around you. Even today, at the stage where I am today, we have about 1,000 people now, and then with the multiple and all that. So we are already impacting a lot of people around our community at least, right? So invest in yourself, and build that capability, and to be able to actually deliver this. One of the things that I did is really to build world-class workforce in Malaysia, in an industry that has never been done. This is a new industry. What I did in the beginning was to look at how were the other pioneers of the industries were doing it. I mean, we are not the pioneer. The pioneering players in this industry are probably about 10 years. We are 7 years old. So there's a lot of reading, a lot of learning, a lot of looking at how we can use this new technology to solve the problems that we have out there in the market. Right? Some of the pioneers is now our subsidiary as well. So we have been growing through mergers and acquisition, through M&A. We have completed about 16 M&As over the past 6 years. And one of the previous world number one is actually part of Aerodyne as well today. All right? So it's actually, we have to be brave. It's actually out of doing that allow us to scale much better, much faster than necessary. Now, how do we do this paradigm shift, the thinking, in order for us to deliver this, right? Einstein once said, and I'm going to read this, we can't change the problem we have to the same thinking that we used to create them. So we spend a lot of time rethinking how we can put in new paradigm to change things around us. And this actually has been not easy. How do I build world-class team in Malaysia? Frankly, we have very good people as well, but how do I compete with companies from Japan? How do I compete with companies from Germany, from America and all that? That's actually a tall order in terms of building that world-class capabilities and world-class resiliencies. We put a lot of effort. So today, one of my proudest things, if anybody were to come and visit us at our campus, the main thing that I'll be talking about look at all of these people that we built from within the organization. So it's actually number one thing, despite being in the technology company, we should really be talking about technology, but the main thing that we focus on is actually to build that world-class mindset. So that's the main focus that we've been doing so far. Again, we talk about how the world has changed. We must conquer this. We must prepare for the future. Chances only favor those with prepared mind. So my suggestions to all of you here, and a reminder to me and my team as well, let's conquer fear with courage. Courage is a decision. Let's choose courage. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's outwork, let's outsmart others, be creative, and think differently. Now, I wish everyone great success as you embark on your next adventure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Encik Kamarul. If we may, we at ASB, we think of you and inspiring people like you as people that Malaysia and Asia need, people who use technology, develop technology for the betterment of society. Thank you, Encik Kamarul. If we may invite you to the center of the stage, we have our student, Arlene Siminik Aguinaldo, to present you with our gift of appreciation and gratitude. Thank you, Encik Kamarul. If we may ask Arlene to remain on the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with our great pleasure to invite not one, but 6 class speakers, one from each graduating cohort, to share their experience, reflection, and journey as a student at the Asia School of Business. Firstly, we invite Arlene Siminig Aguinaldo from the Master of Central Banking class of 2022.
To our co-chairs, Tan Sri Dr. Zeti Aziz and Professor Athanasius Orphanides, the Board of Governors, the Board of Directors, the Master of Central Banking Advisory Board members, President and Dean of Asia School of Business, Professor Charles Fine, our commencement speaker, Mr. Kamarul A. Mohammed, faculty members, dear guests, fellow graduates, and everyone who is present in person and virtually with us today, good morning. Unconventional, transformative, mission-driven. This is how I would like to describe the 12-month learning journey of the inaugural batch of the Master of Central Banking, or the MCB class of 2022. I'd like to thank my dearest classmates, the beautiful people of MCB, for trusting me to represent the class and share with all of you our learning journey that is truly beyond convention. About a year ago, when the world is still gripped with uncertainties brought about by the pandemic, 16 central bankers from 10 different countries took the brave decision to come to Malaysia, ready to take part in the first offering of the Master of Central Banking program. Despite having arrived on site, the first meeting and orientation week were done in Zoom, given quarantine and movement restrictions. Armed with excitement to meet fellows from different jurisdictions and varied backgrounds, I have worked for many years in the Central Bank of the Philippines under banking supervision, hobnobbed with experts in policy, financial stability, international operations, reserve management, insurance, research, and payments. It was an exciting discovery and at the same time, a daunting task. As the classes began, the challenges grew by the day. We were overwhelmed with assignments and exams, and not to mention Zoom fatigues. Weekends and semestral breaks were devoted to studying and completing group assignments. we were indeed drinking from the fire hose. Working on teams with diverse cultures and work experience has not been easy at first. On top of this, we were oftentimes confronted with worries about the families we left behind. It could have been easy to turn back, but the more hurdles we encountered, the tougher and the more united we become as a class. We were stubbornly determined to succeed, and we braved through the challenges together. We were like diamonds when we first joined MCB, but we were diamonds in the rough. The MCB program has polished us to bring out our true beauty and sparkle. We were in the company of great men. We were awed by top-notch caliber ASB and MIT professors and central bank governors and leaders who passionately shared their extensive knowledge and remarkable experiences with us. Truly a league of their own. We were moved by Dr. Zetti, whose elegance, commitment, and trailblazing vision never fails to inspire. I will always remember her powerful advice to us. It is what you do after MCB that matters. Be hungry, not for power nor authority, but be hungry to contribute and make a difference. Then there is President Charlie. Charlie, the MCB students are grateful for your engaging leadership, your gracious demeanor, and diligent presence. You have shown all of us that leadership is demonstrated in the profound humility of a heart emptied of pride and self-love. We also express our gratitude to our coaches, our academic assistants, and the lovely people in the program office. To all of you who journeyed with us, thank you very much. Our hearts are full. Together with my classmates, we are proud to say that the MCB education we acquired has made us grasp the breadth and depth and height of central banking and has given us the confidence to say that we are central bankers in the truest sense of the word. I believe that change is the ultimate result of all noble learning. Strengthened by challenges, sharpened by new learnings, fitted out with sharp and smart skills, and equipped with the right values of cultural diversity, personal integrity, collaboration, and resilience, we will not only embrace, but we will win out the challenges of the future. As long as we have our minds and resoluteness, we cannot be broken. As long as we do not allow the world's pressing concerns to break our spirits, we can make meaningful changes to improve ourselves and the others around us. A great saint once said, "The fulfillment of every ambition is worthless unless the living flame of love burns within us." To my fellow MCB students, let us contribute to upholding the integrity of our own central banks and in making central banking in Asia and beyond a catalyst for the betterment of the society and the world. This will be our mission moving forward. But before we hit the ground running, let's reflect for a moment and celebrate this milestone. We share our joys with our parents, our families and friends who took time off from work and traveled thousands of miles just to be with us on this special day. To end, we give our highest for Him who is greatest and who makes all things beautiful in His time. And no matter how we say it, Alhamdulillah, all the glory to God, Deo Omni Gloria. On behalf of the MCB class of 2022, congratulations, dear graduates, all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Arlene. We now invite Leticia Eugenia Jasso Salazar from the Master of Business Administration full-time class of 2022.
I'm nervous. Thank you, Ben. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone. It is an honor and a pleasure to be standing in front of such beautiful people, coming and watching from all over the world to celebrate with me and my ASB family on our graduation day. Almost 2 years ago, I received an email saying that I was admitted to ASB. I cannot describe the level of excitement I had. Doing my master's abroad was one of my biggest dreams. My eyes start tearing up tears of joy, knowing that soon I would be flying to Kuala Lumpur. And when everything seemed perfect, guess what? COVID stroke. The world, we never imagined that in few months, everything would become crazy, upside down. Coming to KL started to feel uncertain. When I had the option to defer, I thought it twice. But deep inside, I knew it was a perfect time, and I promised myself I'll make the best out of it. I was not looking back, no matter what. As many of us, I lived 2 lives for some months, 2 classes, and slept at very rare hours. I gained 10 kg. Thank God, some of them already have left. And I also started interacting with total strangers that sometimes they even turn their cameras on. When I finally managed to come to Malaysia, I was received with so much love by people that I felt I knew forever, despite we've never met in person. I felt so happy and relieved, and home started to acquire a new meaning. However, soon after we were locked down, Malaysian government declared we were not allowed to go beyond 10 kilometers or to be outside of 8 p.m., not even to meet each other inside a room. Malaysia and the MBA felt like Zombieland at the time, being honest. As you can imagine, anxiety, problems, and frustration arose. Nobody really knew how to deal with all of this, and the atmosphere around us was quite sensitive. I'm pretty sure that some of us ask ourselves, did I took the right choice? People left their wives, their families, their friends. We all left our comfort zone. For what? To be locked? Felt surreal. But you know something? Looking back, I don't regret a thing. Coming to Malaysia, has been one of the most exciting and rewarding experiences I ever had. I am grateful for the opportunity to meet you, to work together for our ASB and MIT professors, to improve the livelihood of small farmers, Dubai, our room parties at Block D or at Ainur's rooms, all the stories we've shared, the midnight songs, the multinational dancing lessons, the hiking, futsal, taekwondo, our cultural sharing, the events we organized together. Everything we did was worth it. Even durian and nasi lemak, which I actually like. I've learned so much from you, overcome many taboos, and expand my cultural awareness. Today, I am a better me because of you. I know that this experience has been different for all of us, that we all came for different reasons and 18 different countries. But when I look at our cohort, I see brave men and women that took risks and that managed to have a happy ending. We struggled, and in the middle of the dark, found loving friends and mentors that help each other to cope with every situation we faced. And I do believe we are more than ready to nail it, scale it, and sail it on whatever we do. So today, please, let's give us an opportunity to feel grateful and proud of the journey we've walked through. You're truly extraordinary, mis amigos, and I will miss you very much. Thank you for 2 almost amazing years. I wish you all the success, the challenges, the love, the wisdom, the economic freedom, and happiness in your future endeavors. Congratulations, class of 2022. We did it! Woo!
Thank you, Leticia. We now invite Fakwa Hakani Fadullah Suhaimi from the MBA Working Professional Class of 2022.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning, esteemed guests, respected faculty members of ASB, loved ones of all the graduating classes, our celebrated seniors from the classes of 2020 and 2021, and my friends from the graduating class of 2022. My name is Haka, and it is a huge honor for me to be here representing the Working Professionals class of 2022. Truth be told, any one of my 14 classmates are more suitable than me to be here, but they decided I'm the lucky one that has to work on graduation and give a speech. But it's okay, it's really an honor, and I'm really pleased to be representing everybody here. And as we approached graduation and reminisce on the journey, and we had a lot of reminiscing, one of the more contemplative questions that came to our mind is, how has the MBA WP changed us? To answer that question, I think I'd like to share what kind of characters the WP22s are. I mean, who decided at the start of a pandemic, with the anxiety of the unknown and the stress of work from home arrangements, that it's a smart idea to start a full-time MBA on a part-time schedule. Allow me a trip down memory lane to our first exchange at the welcoming dinner of 27 September 2020. Only one of 3 times that we've actually met together on campus. Wide-eyed and fresh-faced MBA students met each other for the first time, and after, hello, what's your name? The next question was, so why are you doing an MBA? And, hey, have you finished the pre-reading of the book Range? Obviously, we didn't. But these early exchanges characterized a little bit of over-eagerness and over-eagerness to impress, and intensity that's bubbling under the surface, a bit of kiasu, as we say in this part of the world. But underneath all that, and I feel perhaps more of my own personal reflection rather than imposing this on anybody else, is, I guess, a bit of insecurity and imposter syndrome from being among such esteemed company. So, coming back to the question, how has the MBA WP changed us? As Professor Charlie shared, after everything that they've taught us have left, which they mostly have, what's left? It stays, no worry, Professor. For one, I believe that the experience has made us humbler. We carry ourselves, I believe, with more self-respect. We treat each other and we treat others with more respect. It is a humility that is born out of respect for one another, and it is the humility to walk with the crowd and keep our virtue while walking with kings without losing the common touch, as Rudyard Kipling so eloquently put it. So that's number one. Number two, the MBA WP has also made us more questioning. I mean, we're already a bunch of questioning people already from day one, but it's a different type of questioning. learning from some of the most brilliant minds when it comes from our professors, the academic associates, and from within our class itself. It rubs on us. Our conventional worldview has been challenged, and we now seek unconventional solutions to the problems of the workforce and the workplace by asking ourselves and those all around us tough but fair questions in pursuit of a higher truth. Not for self-interest, not for vanity, not for ego, but for truth. And thirdly, I believe that we have embraced ourselves and become more authentic. We are not only accepting, but loving ourselves for who we are, what we stand for, and what our values. It is the quiet confidence and it is the courage in our capabilities, in our values, in our ethics that not only helped us survive, but thrive in the pandemic. We have a 60-hour-a-week job, 25 to 30-hour-a-week academic schedule, not to mention young families that need our love as well. The Malay saying goes, and I translate this, be like the paddy stalk. The better the yield, the lower it bows. ASB and the WP program has reminded us of this. The higher up we go, the more we accomplish in life. Be like the paddy stalk. Humble, questioning, authentic. HQA. That this vocalizes as Hakka is purely coincidental and has nothing to do with any vanity on my part. As a final word, and it's not often that I get to be on stage like an Oscar star, I would like to thank my parents who have been with me every step of the way, my wife who has endlessly supported me as we entered parenthood together right at the start of the pandemic, my siblings who unwittingly became parents while I was away in class, and my in-laws who similarly supported us. And these thanks that I'm giving, they're not just to my loved ones, but to all parents, all significant others, and all families, including the big ASB family, who made this MBA and MCB happen for all of us. They say that it takes a village to raise a child, and it definitely took lots and lots of villages to raise these many MBA and MCB graduates. We are profoundly grateful for your encouragement and sacrifice. This MBA is for all of you. With that, thank you very much, ASB, class of 2020, 21-22. Congratulations, and don't be a stranger. Thank you.
Thank you, Hakka. We now invite Khadija Shamsul from the MBA full-time class of 2020.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Khadija, and I will be representing the class of 2020 for our class speech. Special thanks to my class for allowing me the opportunity to represent you all. A speech that is overdue for 2 years, yet this speech that I'm telling you right now today was drafted last Tuesday in a true style of procrastination. As the only pre-COVID batch, I am glad to see the familiar faces that have graced the presence of Level 6 Lanai Kijang and TR 2.1 of Sasana Kijang every day. The very same familiar faces that I have traveled to different countries with, United States, China, Dubai, Singapore, Indonesia, among others. If there was a story to be made, this is the story. 42 strangers of different cultures from everywhere around the world put into a 20-month program and then sent off for action learning projects in new countries and new companies. And no person or animal was harmed in the process, only sleep. In fact, this great story ends with so many beautiful memories of new, genuine friendships that transcend through borders, of love stories made. Congratulations to our recently engaged and married classmates. And babies, so many babies. To date, we have started building the funnel for recruitment of class of 2050 upwards. You are welcome, admission team, with the 8 ASB babies and counting for the class. Like what we learned in marketing class, word of mouth is the best form of marketing. In fact, the value of ASB, the value proposition of ASB is so invaluable that I somehow got my husband, Sheikh Faisal, to enroll in the class of 2022. Congratulations, Sayang, for graduating today as well. When it came to our first day at ASB, many of us are looking for a new adventure, an escape from a rut that we were in, looking for a better tomorrow. And 2 years later, on behalf of the class, we are ever so grateful for this adventure. The MBA has opened different opportunity for all of us. More importantly, ASB has taught us the skill of being uncomfortable in the unknown and seizing the moment. A truly valuable skill to ride through pandemic and parenthood. So thank you, ASB family, for giving us this space for growth and for preparing us for perhaps another pandemic. The strength to be here today would not be a possibility if not for our loved ones present with us here in the hall, watching this live stream. Shout out to my nieces who flew all the way from New Zealand, and those who are present with us in spirits. To our parents, our significant others, our family and friends, and for those significant others, our family and friends, what got us here was your love and your trust that we can make it to the end of the line. Thank you for being there and telling us we can, even when we feel like we can't. And I know this is long overdue, but especially to my parents and also my very supportive husband, I hope you are proud to see me here today. Lastly, all gratitude to God for His love and grace and mercy. When the nights are quiet and the heart is lost, there is always a glimpse of hope. His love for the humble servants of His has created journeys unimaginable to the simple mind, and graces with the blessings of love, happiness, and success. And for that, we are eternally grateful. As a parting message to my class of 2020, it really has been such a pleasure to cross paths with all of you, to learn and to grow together, to be transformed into the transformative and principled leaders that are present here and also on Zoom. We have proven time and time again that we are the movers and shakers of tomorrow, and I am glad to see amazing people leading the space that you are in. Always remember to do good, be better, and aspire for the best. We are, after all, the best class that ASB has had. So we will continue to show that. I am excited and looking forward to another reunion with many more celebrations. My Google research has also informed me that all great speeches end with a quote. So here's a quote for you all. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is mystery, and today is a gift. That's why they call it a present. A quote by Master Ogwe from Kung Fu Panda. So always remember to seize the day, whatever it may be, and enjoy the rest of the graduation. Signing off one final time from the class of 2020. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Khadija. We would now like to invite Yasman Haris Yahya from the MBA full-time class of 2021.
Left side, okay. Thank you, Charlie. Thanks, by the way. Oh, sorry. Thank you. All right, respected guests and my fellow FT21 cohort. 2 years ago, everyone in FT21 class was busy preparing for our Southeast Asia Action Learning Project. We had our problem statement ready, issue 3 ready, In fact, my AL team, we had booked our flight tickets to Bangkok, but there were bigger forces at play. Suddenly, the Prime Minister of Malaysia declared a movement control order. That was the start of our COVID MBA journey. In less than a week, we were given new online action learning project, new hosts, new problem statement, new challenges, new everything. Physical classes were converted to online classes, and Dias, the eldest member in our cohort, I think, immediately became a Zoom expert, presenting our thoughts and ideas to audience around the globe, 1,000 miles away. No one could have imagined that this would have happened to us. I still remember when Prof. Charlie explained about the principles of forecasting in our operation class. Principle number 1, the forecast is always wrong. Reflecting on those moments, I couldn't be more grateful, and I'm very, very sure my cohort buddies feel the same thing. While others may identify us as COVID batch, we, FT21, see ourselves as a team with extra dose of perseverance, agility, and positivity. And not to forget, we are, of course, superb Zoom experts. We are very clear on the things that are not within our control and what is within our control. And in this small domain of things within our control, we are very, very sure of what we are going to do with it. However, my favorite key learning from this COVID MBA experience is summarized by a verse in Quran, chapter 2, verse 216. Perhaps you hate a thing and it is good for you, and perhaps you love a thing and it is bad for you. Allah knows while you know not. So graduates, if you roll with the punches, even if things didn't go the way you wanted, you're going to be tougher, stronger, better. Let's thank our families for the full support. I would like to thank my wife, Dr. Nick Natasha, and my mom, Hamimah Jaafar, for the strong support and excusing me from attending any family event during my MBA stay. Let's thank our friends who are always with us, FT21. Love you guys. Thanks to the faculty members and ASB team who were trying really, really hard to give us the best COVID MBA experience. And of course, thanks to Petronas for sponsoring my MBA. By the way, to my sponsor, I'm so looking forward to attend the Advanced Management Program a few years' time. Graduates, let us continue to be ASB's extraordinary and unconventional leader in our current and future roles. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Yasman. We now invite Nick Aisha Amira binti Mansoor from the MBA Working Professional class of 2021.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to everyone, to my dad and my husband. My husband is the reason, he decided that I should do this. He put me into this, but thank you. I've been thinking a lot about what to say today, wanted to get it right. So I was asked to submit my speech by 31st May, 12 p.m. And in a classic working professional conversation, Jules, I've got back-to-back meetings, need more time. And for those who know me well, no, I did not submit it 5 seconds before the deadline. I asked for an extension. Anyway, I decided that the best way is to speak from heart, because this is not a typical graduation, at least for us, where we would celebrate the end of an MBA journey. reminiscing the good memories, reflecting on what we have discovered and accomplished in the 20 months period of the program. This is not a typical graduation where today at this hour, we would still be hyped up with the relief of just crossing the finish line and having this mountain of hopes and plans on what to come next. These feelings, this was a year ago. So today, let's ask these questions. How are you? How are we doing? Has MBA served us the way we expected? Are we now realizing the dreams and the goals that we set up on our very first day at school, 13 August 2019? If you forgot, we had to write it on a paper. And as a side note, where's Jules? We did not get the paper back. So I hope you still remember what those goals were. And for those whose life and career that have been positively impacted after MBA, you should give yourself a pat in the back. You've earned it and you deserve it. And I know you would not stop here. And for those who feel that you're still searching for when and how the light of MBA would shine on you, let's take this moment as a little reminder of all the hard work, the unconventional experience, the valuable lessons and learnings that we have gone through from this adventure, to continue striving for those goals. Because the 18 of us, including you, Farah, Rafael, and Kwan that are not here with us, we took the chance 3 years ago to get into this first ever MBA for Working Professional program. Didn't know what to expect, but we came in. We adapted to the changes that happened very frequently. We persevered through all the challenges that were thrown at us. And we sailed through the imperfections together with the school. We were willing enough to let go of this plan to go to MIT, something we have long pictured when we signed up for the program, until COVID decided that the world needed to stop for a while. But we stormed through the online classes anyway, and somehow we managed to find that positivities and energies to make the experience in ASB worthwhile. So why stop now? There's no one storyline that fits all. Each one of us has our own special journey and our own timelines. We are just moving from this roller coaster, crazy roller coaster ride in ASB to another, probably and hopefully a longer one called life. And this time, we are more prepared. We are better in making decisions. We are more courageous to take risks and to have difficult conversations when it matters. We sustain the hunger to learn and grow. We empower curiosity and openness to negate presumptions and encourage collaborations. And I'd like to believe today that we have all transformed into a principled leader that can take actions and influence impactful causes and still be humble. Because these are the values that we all hold, and these are the values that ASB has helped shape us into. It is my humble request today for us to leave feeling reconnected, re-energized, and ready to make positive impact to our organization and community, if not the world. It's not complete without thanking our parents, our loved ones, our friends, all of you, 18 amazing, beautiful people that I am so very thankful to have crossed paths and shared this experience with. To all our friends, to the faculty, for all your support. To Sapura Energy, who has sponsored me, to Tansri Shahril, if you're here. Tansri Shahril, thank you for your trust and sponsor. I'm very honored. And again, to all 6 classes, we are all ASB, and we are going to make ASB proud as we move forward with our life. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikaisha. And thank you to all our class speakers for your moving and wonderful reflection of your journey at ASB. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the students and on behalf of the Asia School of Business, we would like to extend our appreciation to our faculty members, our professors who have been instrumental in the journey and success of our students. We would also like to thank our extraordinary academic associate team who support both the faculty and students.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now built up our excitement to the conferment and award-giving ceremony. However, if we could take a 10-minute intermission, kindly remain seated. Please, if we may invite our esteemed guests to be ushered for a short break. We now invite our Board of Governors, our Board of Directors, and our faculty members for a short break. We now invite the students to be prepared for your conferment ceremony by lining up outside of the auditorium. Welcome. To our guests, family and friends in the viewing room, we invite you to join us here in the auditorium in 10 minutes' time. We will begin the conferment ceremony at 11:45. Thank you.
my biggest thing is I need, because there's so many, I don't want to
Family and friends, we will begin the conferment ceremony shortly. Thank you for your patience. We have our Board of Governors, Board of Directors, faculty members, family, friends in the auditorium, and we thank you very much for your patience. Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon. Welcome back to the Asia School of Business 2022 Convocation Ceremony. Tan Sri, Datuk Sri, Datuk, professors, His Excellencies, esteemed guests, family, friends, ladies and gentlemen. This conferment ceremony this year is incredibly special to the Asia School of Business, as not only we get to celebrate the graduation of the current cohorts, we are also very pleased to celebrate our graduated cohorts whose supposed convocation ceremonies were impacted by the pandemic in the last couple of years.
We have with us today the Masters of Central Banking class of 2022, the Masters of Business Administration full-time class of 2022, the Masters of Business Administration Working Professionals class of 2022, the MBA full-time class of 2020, the MBA full-time class of 2021, and the MBA Working Professionals class of 2021. Many of our students are here with us physically, while a few will be joining on Zoom.
We are very honored today to have Tan Sri Dr. Zetier Aziz, Professor Athanasios Sofranides, and Professor Charles Fine to confer the awards and the certificates to the students. We invite the directors of MCB, MBA full-time, MBA working professional program officers, Professor Hans Gemberg, Mr. Jeffrey Zaini, and Ms. Juliana Roth.
Good afternoon, all. I'm very proud, happy, and honored to present to you the graduating inaugural Master of Central Banking class of 2022. Aguinaldo. Ashraf El Rashid Bakit Elobi. Henry Pratama. Recipient of Dean's List and MCB Capstone Awards. Faris Mohammed Al-Saleh. Bayarmangnai. Recipients of Dean's List Award. Haluk Erdem Ovali. Idwan. Recipients of Dean's List and President's Leadership Award. Husam Eldin Nabil Muhammad Yusuf. Very good. Ishmael Junior Libitino. Hairul Iswar bin Ibrahim. Recipient of Dean's List Award. Luisa Furio Ramirez, who could not join us today, unfortunately, which is a recipient of the MCB Capstone Award. Mohammed Aish Shaheen, recipient of Dean's List Award. Mustafa Kamal Ibrahim. Suriana Binti Jumali. Lipich Ulrich Long, who is joining virtually. And last but not least, Zamil Badr Al-Saban. May I ask you all to join me in congratulating the MCB class of 2022.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to present to you the graduating class of MBA full-time class of 2022. Ainur Fadilah binti Ahmad Fuad. Akhil Manoj Manwani. Anant Bangka. Arun Alu Chakraborty. Bakadir Ahmed Janov. Chang Xiao Yang, recipient of the Dean's List and Action Learning Award. Chitra Rani Yogaraja, Cho Chi Ho, Chao Yen Cheng, Cinderella Ali Nightway, Daniel Loy Wei Ji, Devika Manoj Bade, Ed Patrick Imayuga Bunyo, Eduardo Garza de Zamacona, Gabrielle Amanda Barnett, Hairul Azmi bin Abdul Aziz, recipient of Dean's List Award. Gloria He Ming Ye, Indiva Sai Prakash Polaki, recipient of Dean's List Award. Laura Daniela Munoz Palacios. Leticia Eugenia Hasso Salazar. Also recipient of Presidential Leadership Award. Linkesh Tankaraju. Liu Shan. She unfortunately not present with us today. Stephen Liu Se Yang, joining virtually. Lau Wan Sin, also recipient of Dean's List Award. Ricardo Mao Ze Yu. Muhammad Jawad Reza Nur. Unfortunately, he can't be with us today. Miriam Leah Tiller, joining virtually. Nadia Isakova, unfortunately not present today. Naira Alejandra Espitia Torres. Nanda Gopal Saji. Nur Nadia binti Hazman Hazman. Celine Pang Chin Lin. Peter Watua Wanyonyi, joining virtually. Rahul Jayan Tekar. Rodrigo Ignacio Werner Benson, recipient of Dean's List Award. Ryan Idris bin Kamarudin, recipient of President Leadership Award. Saiful Rizwan bin Muhammad, Sheikh Muhammad Faisal Shah, Siwar Awadi, Tabea Sarah Guguni, Kingsley Tan Seng King, Timothy Asimwe, Chen Ha Tu, Linsea Xavier Edwin, Vidura Rizki Surfa Atri, Wong Yip Chi, Lauren Seong Sin, recipient of the Action Learning Award. I would like to congratulations to the MBA full-time class of 2022. Yes, you guys did it.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Congratulations, MCB class of 2022 and MBA class of 2022. We are taking a 5-minute break. We invite our family and friends of students who have received their awards and certificates to take photos outside. We will come back in 5 minutes. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I would now like to invite our esteemed guests back to the stage, together with the directors of the program offices, to continue the conferment ceremony.
Thank you. It is my extreme honor to present to you the graduating cohort, the MBA for Working Professionals class of 2022. Arumagang. And recipient of the President's Leadership Award. Pakwa Hakani bin Padula Sahimi. And recipient of the Dean's List and the President's Leadership Award. Francisco Matthew Govera Roman, recipient of the Dean's List and Action Learning Award. Sahari. Halimadis Saadia binti Munabir. Zaraya Han binti Zulkifli. Amir, Faziz, Bin, Mohammed, Razi. Mohammed, Irfan, Bin, Razwan, recipient, the Dean's List and Action Learning Award. Noor, Asma, Binti, Sibo, recipient of the Dean's List and the Action Learning Award. And Tan Heng Hao. Congratulations to the MBA for Working Professionals class of 2022.
It is my honor to present to you the graduating cohort of the MBA full-time class of 2020. It's amazing. It's amazing that the majority of the graduates made it here today, even after 2 years. And to honor the whole class, we will mention all the graduates' names, including those who are not present and those joining online. Adriana Perez Cruz, not present. Afiza Anis binti Abdul Rahman. Alexander, I'm sorry, Adriana Perez Cruz, is she online? I missed it. My bad, I'm sorry. Adriana, are you there? Okay, I'm sorry. I have this live thing on the iPad with IT. We'll go next. Alexander George Esti, joining virtually. Amanda De Marquez Montañer. Amelia Marie Danielle Crespo, recipient of President Leadership Award. Amruta Harish, Andrea Rojas Sanchez, joining virtually. Arjun Subhash Chaugule, Azra Bechirovic. Not present. Chan Ka Hao. Michael Chin Jianji. Connor James Moore. Recipient of Dean's List Award. Duncan Kenneth Marwick. Amelia Fong Yi Ching. Recipient of Dean's List Award. Fung Yi Zhen. Recipient of Dean's List and Action Learning Award. Gustavo Enriquez Lasincas, joining virtually. Irina Sukareva. Ivan Ramdani Biben. Janice Tan Ying. Jishnu Gandhi. Recipient of Dean's List Award. Jonathan Teh Eng Siang, joining virtually. June Alani Niral Kakam. Kevin Waweru Gitao. Khadijah binti Shamsul. Mikhail Tolentino Serrano. Muhammad Izamuddin bin Muhammad Amin Zainal, recipient of Dean's List Award. Muhammad Faisal bin Muhammad Sulaiman, recipient of Action Learning Award and Presidential Leadership Award. Nadra binti Zabar, not present. Nuri Karyat, not present. Rafael Diori Fra, Rajiv Chawla, Rory Healy, joining virtually, recipient of Action Learning Award. That's funny. Esther Sang Myun Han, recipient of Action Learning Award. Sangeeta Mutayapan, Sarah Conbor, Sebastian Andres Vasquez Bosse, joining virtually. Sharifa Nurbaizura binti Wan Muhammad, Sim Chen Ji, joining virtually. Ashley Tan Su Lin, Tlotlo Renda Jr. Halimelwe, not present. Trevor Wong Ting Shang, Varun Binod Singhi. Vedant Vinay Biyani. Vineeth Matthew Panail. Not present. David Yo Kai Liang. Zoe Victoria Tate, joining virtually. Thank you. That is, well, congratulations to the graduating class of MBA Full-Time 2020. Next is mine, right? Yes. It is now my pleasure to present to you the graduating cohort of the MBA Full-Time Class of 2021. Abiram Keremane Prabhakara, not present. Ahmad Hisham Rosaimi bin Hasim. Amanda Marks Silva, recipient of Dean's List and Action Learning Award, not present. Amjad Muhammad Ahmed Ali, not present. Ashur Anwar bin Mustafa. Benjamin Suren Key. Chan Huan Ren. Chio E. Jamie Tam, not present. Jonathan Chu Kok Yung, recipient of President Leadership Award. Chua Chung Jin, recipient of Action Learning Award. Corinne Elizabeth Sullivan, not present. Cristobal Ignacio Galilea Aranda, not present. Diana Maria Ayala Gomez, joining virtually. Dilip Suresh, not present. Diaz Sarsenday, recipient of Action Learning Award, not present. Franco Bavard, not present. Rishi Prakash Itakota, joining virtually. Sean Hyun Woo Kim, not present. Ilham Bazi, recipient of Dean's List and Action Learning Award. Jan Abelard Bagay, John Lo Jan Hui, recipient of Dean's List Award. Jun Yong Park, recipient of Dean's List Award. Luisa Masari Macha Olecto, recipient of Action Learning and Presidential Leadership Award, not present. Muhammad Awal Sudik Musa, joining virtually. Nguyen T. Huai V, recipient of Dean's List and Action Learning Award. Nodira Bobojonova, not present. Daniel Pang Lerg Fung, Ranjini Pushpa Rayappa, recipient of Action Learning Award, not present. Rex Harrison Malari Bamba, not present. Jenny Te Wen Ping, Utkarsh Arvind Kulkarni, joining virtually. Yasman Haris bin Yahya, recipient of Dean's List Award. Congratulations to the MBA full-time class of 2021.
It is my privilege to introduce to you the inaugural cohort for the MBA for Working Professionals class of 2021. Ideal Aswal bin Zainuddin. Hao Kwan, who is not present. Zhang Hao Kwan. Kamal Al-Amini bin Jamaluddin Al-Amini. Melvin Ko Yuan Fong. And recipient of the Dean's List. Mohammed Ash Harari bin Mohammed Rayahan, recipient of the President's Leadership Award. Mohammed Rahimi bin Yaqub, recipient of the Dean's List Award. Nick Aisha Amira Binti Mansour, recipients of the Dean's List. Nick Mohammed Hazmizi bin Nick Mohammed Kamil, recipient of the Dean's List. Paul Dylan Lim Youngla, recipient, Dean's List and Action Learning Award. Ham T. Tutnan. Pure Yun. Raphael Fong, appearing online. C. Ping. Siti Irina Binti Shahril, recipient of the Action Learning Award. Juan Farah Hahini Binti Zakarin, winner of the Action Learning Award and joining us online. Congratulations to the MBA for Working Professionals inaugural class of 2001.
Congratulations to all our graduates. Thank you to our esteemed guests, Tan Sri Zati Aziz, Professor Athanasios, and Professor Fine. Also, a thank you to our program directors, Professor Hans Gernberg, Mr. Jeffrey Zaini, and Ms. Juliana Roth.
Ladies and gentlemen, kindly remain seated for the moment. We have come to the closing of the 2022 Convocation at Asia School of Business. On behalf of ASB, we would like to thank all guests for gracing the occasion. Special thanks to family and friends of our students for being here today, physically or online, and for all of your support. We also thank all the members of the organizing committee for making this momentous occasion a success. All guests, now, if we may ask everyone to please rise. Thank you. The procession will now leave the auditorium. We ask for all guests to kindly remain standing. Thank you. We invite all Board of Governors, Board of Directors, faculty members for the procession out. We now invite all staff and non-faculty for the procession out.
We now invite all guests for some refreshments at the atrium. Thank you, have a wonderful afternoon, and assalamu alaikum.